Suppose it's all true, and you walk up to the pearly gates and... Before start a video, if you are new on the channel, subscribe Messiah's God channel for more God messages for you. You are confronted by God. What will Stephen Fry say to him? I'll say bone, cancer and children why, D's that about why, should respect a capricious, mean-minded stupid God who creates a world which is so full of injustice and pain. I'm furious with the way Stephen asked this question, but it is true that this is one of the most common questions asked by people curious about religion, offensive, but to do so by calling God an evil, capricious, monstrous maniac, just flat on. Come on, Steve, have a little respect, Stephen. If only you could try to understand where Christians are coming from, only then you can truly engage in meaningful dialogue. Stephen Fry asked, why doesn't God just get rid of all the pain and suffering in the world once and for all? Many have asked us for every question. It is true there is so much evil and suffering, but we must not forget the original suffering that Jesus went through. We can barely begin to comprehend the weight of all the world's evil being directed to one person, but that's exactly what happened on the cross. Jesus absorbed the world's evil and took it to the grave, but he didn't stay there. He rose again, defeating death and giving us life. The answer, simply put, is that evil was defeat. On that first Easter, and one day will be removed altogether, but in the meantime we must all make our choices carefully before God. This is an extraordinary description of the tenderness of God and of his plans to right all the wrongs in this world. But this day hasn't yet arrived, so we must make the most of our time while we still can. Unanswered questions, we all have them. Why did my parents get divorced? Why was I laid off in my job? Why does cancer exist? We can spend our whole lives searching for answers to those questions, but sometimes we'll never find them. The truth is, God doesn't always offer you answers in this life. We might never really understand why some things have happened, but God always offers us himself. He longs for us to come to him, talk to him, to share the burden of our suffering with him. We must understand God's ways are not our ways, as Isaiah 8:9 says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your. God knows what he's doing even when we thoughts ultimately we must trust that don't understand. So what was the point of calling God an evil, monstrous maniac? It would be the point to ruffle if you want to have an intelligent feathers to get a reaction to S.L. books. It's juvenile, Stephen. Discussion about the existence of God. There's no need to be inflammatory or without being disagreeable. Let's try to remember that, shall we? Kendrick Lamar is a rapper who Jesus Christ live on stage. If you want the full story, click here, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please do consider subscribing. Praise the Lords in the comments. Amen. Thanks for watching. Comment on video if you believe, and if you want more God messages, then subscribe to our family members. Thank you.